Hi guys, I know you've been wondering how I mixed and mastered sounds like this. And this.
Miracle, no they tired Jesus. Oh.
Don't worry, I'm here to show you how I mixed and mastered this. And let me take you through the session. Let's go. Where do you think you're going to? We are not going anywhere yet. Please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and share this video, and also don't forget to click on the notification button to notify you whenever I post a new video, so you can learn and I will learn also. Yes, now we can go.
Hello, I'm here.
Wetin dey worry dis one? Who be dis one? Come up for road.
Alright, so as you can see on the screen, this is the session. So I'm going to be playing everything so you listen to it and hear how it sounds. Nice. So this is it. So let me go straight to the point. What I did here was keyboard. I used the piano tech. Yes, this thing gray bar warm. That's the piano I use. That's the preset like for the piano. And then I kind of most time this is the sound you hear on my sessions every time. Like every session I kind of produce. You must hear this. Yes, this is from my ambient part. Yes, check on the description below. Is there? I'll put the link down there so that you can go and purchase this specific part. It's a bundle actually I dropped. So basically that was what I did, and then the keyboard. So let me play just the instrument. So I actually used this, and then it was not really that, it was not sounding that heavy for me, because I was kind of looking for something. Now when you're mixing spontaneous session, or when you're recording spontaneous session I'm talking from the perspective of an instrumentalist as well. When you play, while playing, look for sounds that keep the atmosphere going. So I was very, and I understood the assignment, so I actually kept the instrument. So I actually duplicated the piano, and then I used contact 7 for the piano. Yeah, I used the not stage 3, the not piano stage 3, to add some heaviness to it. So listen to it, how it sounds. Yeah, you can hear the atmosphere has changed. So that's how it is always looking like, right? So I was just all about keeping the moment going, and I was enjoying myself as well, because when you're actually doing this kind of stuff, you need to pay attention to the atmosphere as well. Pay attention to the atmosphere and always be open to connect. Yes, to me, I don't see it as just playing or mixing and mastering alone. I see it as sound that will bless the world, just as it is blessing the world right now. So I kind of put in my heart completely to the work, to the project. Yes, so let me take you to the main reason why we are here, and I'm going to be showing you my vocal chain and the rest. So I'm done with the instruments part. So remember, I only use just my piano tech for the grand piano, and then I added the North Stitch sound, like the piano, and I added some piano again, like bright piano, and also small pad and strings going down below, under, so that it will guide the main one. So yeah, and then back to the mixing, the mixing. So for the vocal, so this is how the vocal sounds without any preset. So
Oh Lord, I am desperate for you, God. I
yeah,
am
this is just the
hungry for
vocal.
you, God.
So
Fill me, Jesus.
now let me show you what I did. So I'm gonna be starting with my compressor. For the first of all, most time I use, it depends on how I am mixing. There are people that say you start with this, start with that. I don't do that. First of all, my ear is the most important thing here. My ear is the biggest thing. So what my ear judge, if it's not sounding well, I will know. If it's sounding well, I will still know. So this one is sounding well. So basically, I added a compressor from the Cubase. So I use the preset soft lead vocals from the compressor. Then basically I didn't do much with the compression, and then I did a gain reduction here so that I don't get to have a lot of you know noisy vocal. I don't like over compressing my vocals as well. Now back to this, I use Infinity EQ for my correction, like for the correction. You see there's a lot of work here because if from the video, if you check very well, I used a very low budget mic. I used C1 or C3 there, but I don't know. But I know I used one of those mics. I used to have it, so I used that for the session. So let me be playing it, and then so basically what I used this Infinity EQ for was to cut away some frequencies, that some bad frequencies, that were actually on the vocals. So that was all about it. And then the gate, just to hold the noise, because this is spontaneous session. The artist might likely want to might likely want to be hearing herself, you know. So the artist might likely want to be hearing herself, and then I'm kind of like using the gate to control the ambience, how it peaks. So it should peak in a particular range, That's how I see it. So the hold was 250, and then the release was 115. Then the attack was 6.4, you know. So nothing much. And then this state you're seeing here was around minus 47.2 dB. So which was really not, that's for the threshold. Sorry, the threshold I mean to say was minus 47.2 dB. So that's all for the gate. Then I love using this plugin here, the CLA. So listen to what the CLA does, and then I'll show you what I did there.
Pulling me into deeper with him. Pulling me into deeper experience with him.
Okay, so this is it. The gate is doing its own because I have not added the CLA. So I did a little bit boost here. Yes. So look at it.
Pulling me into deeper experience with him.
Then my de-esser, because the vocal was kind of harsh, so this is basically minus 14.20 minus 42.8 threshold. I kind of reduced the sibilance, So yes, and then Pro EQ for the balancing, The mic I was using was very terrible actually. Sometimes you have to pay attention before you get the right thing in your ears. So I have to do a lot of tweaking here. So this is only like breakdown. I'm just showing you how I mixed some of my spontaneous session. And so to avoid the
pulling
so,
me
some of those
into
sibilants, so I have to like
experience.
cut a lot, cut a lot here. So I know you can be hearing the vocals kind of stopping somewhere. Yes, I did that intentionally with the gate because I wanted to really do away with some ambience noise. So next was fresh air. I love this guy so much. I use fresh air almost on all my vocals. So this is it. The fresh air. What I did was to kind of just added like the I added some high sparkle to it, just make it a little bit bright and clean. So this is it.
Pulling me into
You can hear it kind of that has sparkling. Then I added soot. The reason why I use soot a lot is because of how it controls some of the unwanted frequency. Yeah. Soot controls some of the unwanted frequency on my mixes. So I use it a lot too. I'm basically showing you my vocal chain. Then Money EQ, mostly like my favorite EQ on from Waves. Like Jesus, Money EQ is one of the best. So I use this very well. You understand? So I did a lot for reducing of the low frequency because the mic picks a lot of heavy frequency. So I did a lot of reduction there, which was like minus 4.1 dB. So, and then I did a lot on the from 3.2K. I did a cut like reduction there too, and to avoid some high, so I reduced some of the frequencies as well from the low pass. I didn't do much on the high pass side, but this was basically everything I did for the vocal chain. And then I still came and added this thing. That's why I told you I mix with my ears. I don't mix with um there's no any method of mixing. The biggest method of mixing is for you to just understand what to use and for you to know where to use it and understanding how these plugins works and then all these plugins, understanding how they work and then know where you're supposed to use them and know the difference they make to sounds is very important. Take note. So I added the three CLA 3A and then this was where I kind of did some reductions too, some gain reduction. That's the peak reduction. So this is it.
pulling me into deeper dance with him.
Now, what happened here is that my vocal chain here, I did a lot of reduction on my chain. Then from the parallel compression, that was where the main thing was happening. So black valve. Let me turn on the scent. This thing, the ones I use for my this thing, the vocal. So this is it.
Pulling me into deeper, pulling me into deeper experience with him.
That's my reverb. So I used two
I can
Valhalla.
hear
One was long,
his
then one
voice is
was
calling me
was short.
into
So it's long reverb with
experience
much
with
decay
him.
level and then one with low with like short
I can
decay level. So
hear
the other one is
his
controlling the
voice
ambience, long
is
ambience, and the other
calling
one is
you
controlling
into
the like
deeper
minimum ambience. You
experience
understand?
with
So
him.
that's it. So let me
Can you feel
can
his
hear it.
hands
So it gives that
holding you and is pulling
ambience.
you into deeper, deeper experience with him?
If you know me very well, I love using reverbs. Like reverb is basically one of the sweetest thing I think that has happened to me right now because I love using reverb. Reverb is like my biggest friend. There's no reverb on the vocal. Sorry. So, but I love using reverb. So then I did a big thing with this ping pong delay. I kind of wanted the vocal to have some movement, like some ambience. You know, keeping it going. So
Pulling me into experience with him.
So this was where the whole thing came in now. The CLA 76, the CLA 76 or 76 either. I kind of used it to increase to boost my frequency so that I can get that specific loudness I needed from the vocal. So now this is it.
Pulling me into deeper experience with him.
So what this did to my vocal is that it makes everything upfront. Yeah, so let me take you there. I think I use that as well. I use the preset called vocal heavy. Yeah, that was what I used. This strange. I mostly use this one here on the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray this thing. So I use in your face vocal, but this time around I use vocal heavy. Anyway, so that's how it works sometimes. So this made the vocal to come up front and then was a bit louder to for my listening. So then let me play it now.
Pulling me into experience with him. I can hear his voice is calling me into deeper experience with him. Oh, I can hear his.
So and then if you notice something on the mix, there was a part whereby I reached when the ambience was already high. So I was kind of imagining, okay, what if she was in singing this on stage and I was the one playing and I was the one mixing at the same time. So I kind of imagine, okay, having a strong ambience. So I use that delay to achieve that. So now from the beginning, let me play the beginning so you listen to how I made it sound when she was speaking in tongues from beginning. You can hear. You can hear how the delay is going, like what the delay is doing.
Oh, Lord, I love you. I'm
You know.
desperate.
So I actually did that intentionally. I did an automation with my delay here. If you check very well, I did automation with the delay just to keep that moment going. So you see, at some point I reduced the delay, and at some point I made it more like more. So there was a place where she was already at the top of the whole thing. So I actually used. So basically that was it. And always remember to pay attention to what your ears is saying, and also remember to enjoy the moment, and don't just play because you're playing. Sometimes your profession as a music producer might fail you. You just need to listen to it like the audience, from the audience perspective, or from how it sounds for you. So Yeah, I don't mean to sound spiritual here, but you have to be spiritual to some extent. Like to create sounds like this, you have to really fix yourself into the moment. So I actually, for me, I enjoy the moment as well. Yes. So don't forget to stream this song by Esther Jonathan, Deeper Experience Chant. You understand? So make sure you stream it, and shout out to Esther for this, for trusting me on this, and I really appreciate. And for my next project, let me know in the comment section which of the song you want me to mix. And see ya all next time. I love you all. I still remain Masterpiece Beat, your humble, your humble mix and mastering engineer. See you guys next time. Thank you.